Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Indian Business and Professional Council Dubai, a warm welcome to all of you. To begin with our session, I would request and welcome our chairman, Mr. Suresh Kumar, for the opening remarks. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, dear IBPC members, greetings. We are hosting this webinar on Expo 2020-2021. And I think the Expo remains the flagship event for Dubai, for the UAE. It coincides, interestingly, the announcement yesterday by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, the Prime Minister, Vice President and Prime Minister, Vice President of the UAE and Prime Minister of the UAE, that there is a 58 billion dirham budget being announced, which will focus on new projects, existing projects, with a view to reviving the economy. In fact, he said that UAE will record the fastest recovery out of COVID for any country in the region, globally. And I think these are all good news for the business and professional community. I think the focus on economic recovery, the focus on making sure that all the projects that are on the anvil run on time. And in the case of Expo, it's at a fairly advanced stage. If anything, the postponement by a year gives adequate time for the Expo team, as you will hear from them, to plan an even bigger event and an even better event with participation from countries across the globe. So I think we are pleased to be hosting this webinar, and I'm sure there will be a number of questions from our members. So it's over to Rafi, Mr. Rafi, who on behalf of our Travel and Tourism and Hospitality Focus Group will take this forward. Over to you, Rafi.
Thank you, Mr. Suresh Kumar. Good morning. A very warm welcome to all members and guests. My name is Mohammed Rafi, and I am the convener for Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Focus Group of IBPC. I hope everyone is keeping well and staying safe during such trying times. I want to thank you all for taking the time and attending this presentation on the Expo 2020 Dubai. We hope to make the best of this session and expect great outcomes from it in the foreseeable future. Let us take this year back in retrospect. We are all well aware that the tourism, travel, and hospitality industries are the industries that were affected at a worldwide scale due to COVID-19. The sanctions on the international travel has driven down occupancy and room rates at an unprecedented level, and we have all felt that the effects that ripple from it. This can also be seen in the case of UAE, as we are known to be the most prominent and up-and-coming icon of hospitality in the region. And due to this, it has affected us in the proportionate manner. We are grateful to the great visionary leaders of this great nation who have spent years planning this event in bringing the first and one-of-a-kind Expo to this region. We thank them for their perseverance and vision, even throughout the pandemic, in keeping safety above business. Expo 2020 Dubai is expected to bring an influx of commercial and tourist groups to the nation, and it is our duty to make them feel welcome and, most importantly, safe. By doing so, we are creating a sense of confidence and security that will aid us in regaining momentum. We have the opportunity to bring back a responsible, safe, and precautionary environment to our industry. As a run-up to this moment, most anticipated event of the decade, we had an insightful session by the senior team of Expo 2020 in January last year. And we are fortunate to have Mr. Hamad Hisham Al-Shirawi, Senior Manager, Expo Business Program, back with us today. During his earlier presentation, he conveyed points on the importance of the Expo in the eyes of the world and on how it can impact us positively. He is here with us today with an update on his presentation. We'll be having a short presentation followed by a detailed Q&A session. So I would request audience to post their queries in the QA tab. Now, to begin with our presentation, may I welcome our guest speaker. Over to you, Mr. Hamad.
All right, perfect. Good morning, everyone. My name is Hamad, and thank you all for having me today. And it's again a pleasure to be on this IBPC platform with our fellow friends and family. Today, I will be walking you through not only like how it was in the past, just a history of the Expo and some of the details, but actually walking you through some of the latest developments at Expo 2020. So to start off, just to give you, kind of a quick refresh, Expo 2020, World Expos have been going on since 1851. The first Expo took place in London, and the legacy of that Expo is the South Kensington area, which today boasts some of the world's renowned institutions like the Imperial College or the V&A Museum. And since then, multiple Expos have been taking place since then. They typically take place once every 5 years, and are known to be one of the world's largest and most known mega event. So Expo 2020 Dubai will open its doors now on the 1st of October 2021 until the 31st of March 2022. As we previously said, this is the first World Expo to take place in the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia region. We remain committed to our one country, one pavilion concept, which is the first of its kind in any Expo. And we look forward to welcoming 182 days of creating the future. Now, in response to areas of mutual interest by our participating nations, 11 theme weeks have been developed. These theme weeks typically bring in decision makers, thought leaders, and industry experts to discuss areas of mutual interest and foster collaboration. So these theme weeks include topics such as space, tolerance, water or travel and connectivity. And then are cross-cutting themes such as youth, women and girl, and tech and innovation. Under each theme week, we have five program series. The first is Build Bridges, which is about knowing one another better. Leave No One Behind, which discusses catalyzing on an opportunity for all. Live in Balance, restoring balance with our planet. And Vision 2071, which is creating value for our UAE as we look forward to the next 50. And Thrive Together, which talks about enabling economic growth and partnerships. And today here, I'm going to be diving a bit deeper on this specific program series, which is Thriving Together, and I believe which is why most of you are here as well. So present under Thrive Together are 3 programs and 4 products, and I'll be walking you through each and every one of them right now. Starting off with the programs, in partnership with Dubai Chamber, Expo 2020 will be hosting 3 global business forums of Africa, Latin America, and the first of its kind, ASEAN. Ultimately, during this flagship event, what happens is we usually have industry experts, senior government and business officials in one place to discuss overcoming challenges when it comes to trade and economic growth, and highlighting opportunities for growth and investment as well. Within 9 theme weeks, we have thematic business forums, which typically highlight non-traditional business opportunities, cutting-edge technology, collaborated between Expo, our participants, and our partners, and ultimately as an opportunity to discuss meaningful conversations and knowledge transfer. Expo 2020 will allow countries to showcase a country business briefing on their national day. What this means basically is that they'll be able to capitalize on the presence of their country's government and business officials during their National Day to shed spotlight on investment opportunities that are available from their country. Now, moving on to products. The Business Connect Center is a physical space in the heart of the Expo. Ultimately, the tenants or the users of this space are going to include UAE trade and investment entities, chambers of commerce from the region, and global investment companies. You might ask why. Ultimately, some of the business priorities from our countries were access to this region and facilitating trade and investment towards their countries. And with the presence of these entities, we will help facilitate this for the incoming business visitor. The Business Calendar is an online interactive platform where you'll be able to access all things tagged business. So you'll be able to see on a specific week, on a specific month, what business programs are taking place. So think of business events such as investment forums or pitching conferences, or incoming business delegations, or even accessing the business representatives of the participating nations. Now, to gain access to this calendar, please register on our website to be notified as soon as this calendar is made live. I'll give you a few seconds to have a look at this, and I'm sure the IBPC team will be sharing this post the presentation. The Expo 2020 B2B app is an online matchmaking platform that is AI powered. So it'll be using a unique algorithm to matchmake businesses with each other. So think of business A, which will be completing its profile around its specific sectors and its objectives, and it'll be able to see, based on this unique algorithm, top entities that match their profile. You'll also be able to see that business B, for example, is available to meet at Monday at 11 a.m. You'll be able to request to meet and be notified when that meeting is confirmed. This will be both mobile and desktop and will allow for not only B2B connections to take place, but also B2G. I'm happy to also share a tutorial that is more in-depth post this meeting as well. Lastly, the business visitor journey, which are self-guided journeys that revolve around specific themes. So take, for instance, space as a sample. Based on content and programs that have been shared by the country pavilions, you'll be able to have a self-guided journey around specific, let's say it's a specific itinerary. So you can start your day at discovering India's emerging field of outer space technology, then moving on to Luxembourg's space telecommunications, then next to Australia's star navigating systems, and finally at Gabon's data collection for space. This is just a sample of some of the self-guided journeys that will be made available across the site. Now, before I end, I'm just going to be showing you a short video.
What a show they've put up in Dubai.
अरे ये तो ट्रेलर है पिक्चर अगले साल अक्टूबर में आएगी Expo 2020 Dubai World's best inventions cutting edge technology and unique architecture
चले सर
अरे अगले साल होगा Expo
On the 1st of October 2021, we will open the gates of Expo 2020 to the world. Smiling, confident, and proud as we stand ready to connect, entertain, and inspire, ready to deliver on our promise. More than 190 countries have already joined us. As a nation where impossible is possible, prepares to celebrate its golden jubilee with the world, we never stop moving forward, with hope, with care, and with pride. Always learning from one another and sharing new ideas that can build a better future for us all. Because great things can happen when we bring the world together. Expo 2020 Dubai, 1st of October 2021 to the 31st of March 2022. 1 year to go.
Thank you very much.
So So thank you, Mr. Hamad. Thank you for your wonderful presentation, and hope that we will have the such session in the future also while we are close to the date. Now I would like to invite Mr. Dilip Sinha for a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. It is, thank you. It's really an excellent event. Expo Dubai is one of the events of a global significance. It's not only significant for Dubai, it's significance for the world. And it's among all the landmark things that have happened in last 20 years in particular, in Dubai, of which I have been a very close witness and participant. I think this is like an icing on the cake, and I'm sure it's going to be of great success. And I would really like to thank Mr. Hamad Hisham Shirawi. Mr. Shirawi, I think you have spoken very well, excellent presentation, to the point, and it's really interesting because the Indian business diaspora is really excited, just like any other business communities who are in Dubai or even participating countries. So they are really interested, excited, and will be participating with full energy and excitement. Nasser Fakro for coming, Muhammad for organizing this wonderful event. And I'm also, one of the words I would like to maybe to Mr. Shirawi is that, in this expo, there will be different seminars held by different countries within their pavilions. And I'm sure as the time grows, we from IBPC would definitely interact with the respective pavilions and see, especially UAE and the Indian pavilions, to see how we can collaborate and do certain event during that time. This is just some thought which we will look forward to. So on behalf of IBPC, its management, the governing council, the members, the conveners of various industry focus group, I would really like to thank and appreciate the words of Mr. Shirawi and also Mr. Fakro, Nasser Fakro, for participating in the Q&A. And I'm sure, in spite of the COVID, in spite of everything, this is going to be an outstanding success, and wish all of us all the best. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Hamad, once again.
It is an honor to be here with you, and we look forward to connecting once more, and twice, and 3 times as we get closer to Expo 2020.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
Shukran.